keep your heads down, keep your mouth shut, and let me get us out of this like I got us out of every other motherfucking thing else.
Way to move on.
Gangsta Greasy, Greasy.
As we proceed to give you what you need. 2010 motherfuckers. Bring that money in, motherfuckers. Everything comes to an end.
Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
How we know it's the same quality?
Because I don't move no trash. You know, I'm thinking that we need another cook.
Who you trusting up here in Chicago to bring in?
That is the million-dollar question.
What's going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Nimes YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another TV show review. And we got Power Book 4 Force Season 1 Episode 8 He Ain't Heavy review. Pretty much back with Tommy doing what he's doing as far as the organization with Liliana, and now the new cook that he has brung in as far as the one who's been doing the magic to the Dahlia that they are basically sending out there. And he basically sitting with distribution and letting them know as far as him being a connect and trying to get the product out there and whatnot, as far as him making the moves and making sure everything gets done, calculated the right way. I really like the way Tommy is running things, or trying to run things, because once again, he still got to deal with the people that he's trying to trust as far as building up his organization. And that's one of the things that I'm really interested in, to see how he's going to be able to continue doing this within the ranks of the people that he's bringing in to help him to adjust to being the guy, instead of him working under somebody, now that he has other people that's going to be working under him. And one of those people is definitely Claudia, because Claudia is a strong-minded person who wants to do her own thing, especially with what she's doing with her father. But I feel like the way her and Tommy's relationship is starting to develop, I feel like she's going to start, or she is pretty much going to get some type of respect for Tommy. I mean, she better, because one more slip up and he going to end up taking her ass out, especially if she keep doing these little backdoor moves with him telling her not to do certain things, because in this episode, she does something. And I don't know if it's going to come back to bite her in the ass, especially dealing with a person like Tommy, because he tells her something in this episode that she makes some suggestion. He basically like, look, I'm going to get back with that when they're ready, but right now, nah. And she ends up still going to make her play. So it's going to be interesting to see how this relationship go, when that Claudia is so strong-minded and wanting to do her thing, but Tommy is who Tommy is, and Tommy has been doing this for a long time, and he has a little bit more knowledge. Not a little bit, he has a whole lot more knowledge than Claudia with dealing with this, as far as what he's trying to do. On the other end, like I said, this is Tommy's first time running his own organization, so it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. But the obstacle here, it's not, now I see where the obstacle is coming in with Walter. It's not so much what he was going to be dealing with Tommy, it's him and his kids. Like, the way he is with his kids and the way he feel about his kids is no extent to where he won't go. And this episode puts emphasis on that. And I absolutely seen what was coming. I was like, oh yeah, I see this going. I see where this is about to go. Especially when the individual ends up coming right back and it's like, oh shit, here we go. I know exactly where this is about to go. So my thing is, man, it's really interesting to see how Walter is becoming this villainous person that I was wanting to see. But the angle that they going at, because I was thinking it was going to be more of a Walter versus Tommy thing, but it's really not that. If anything, him and Tommy have this like mutual respect for each other. Not so much on Walter's side, but because Walter is more, like I said, he's going through this sickness and everything he's going through. So it's almost like he putting all his cards on the table, because he wants, especially Vic, to be the head of the organization once he's out of the picture. And it's nothing he won't do to make sure he secure that spot for him. And with him and Claudia, though, it's like Claudia is not trying to hear it, man. She's not trying to hear it. And it's almost like, are we going to get some type of war between daughter and father? Like, because the way she come at him in this episode is like Walter, and the way Walter does and makes a certain move in this episode, it's like, I don't know where this can end up going between those two, because Vic is almost in the middle of this. And when we get with Vic, it's like Gloria, she's back in the picture. Last episode, she went off and did whatever she was doing. Okay. But anyway, it's just like, when she came back, I was like, oh shit. I'm just saying, man, because it was like, come on, man. And then you had the whole interaction, remember, with her and Walter, and something with her and some money. And I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't like, because Vic obviously don't know about it, but I definitely seen where this was going, and I'm really interested to see where is Vic going to be at after this episode. Not giving away anything, but it's definitely some things that go down in this episode, and I'm definitely interested to see where Vic's mind frame is going to be going from this episode. Jannard, he's pretty much got introduced to Dahlia, and now he's on a full rampage. Well, not really a rampage, but just a full onslaught as far as moving ahead with what he has planned. And this is what he's pretty much trying to explain to Diamond. Like I said, Diamond is still on the, man, I don't know, I don't trust this new drug. We don't know where this came from. We don't know the effects and all this and the third. Jannard already done hit it, and he ain't trying to hit none of that. So he's making his moves, and now he's dealing with this other guy played by Freddie Gibbs and Gary, and now they're trying to make they play. And from the sound of it and the way Jannard is, he's trying to make a major move in Chicago, where he's pretty much trying to isolate anything and everything that's going to be in the way, and what he's trying to do with this new drug and trying to move it. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this play out, especially with Diamond still trying to keep everything so close-knitted and not really trying to just jump out there, especially with this new product. But Jannard not trying to hear it. Jannard is moving straight forward. Like I said, I'm tripping off every time somebody hit this Dahlia shit. Out of the way they phase at it, almost be like, nah, I ain't saying. I'm like, yo, damn, let me see. No, I'm just saying the way they playing off of it and the way they going about it. It's even like this little mention of somebody saying, what they call it, black magic. Shout out American Gangster. But definitely gonna be interesting to see how this play out with Jannard and Diamond, because I don't think Jannard is putting Diamond on to everything he's doing. He is letting them know though that I'm about to try to make a real major play with this product. So I'm definitely interested to see where they go with that. JP, he has some things going on still with finances, and of course that thing with Tommy as far as trying to bring him in, it's not really a play with Tommy, but they do start to get some type of things worked out, and it ends up being the thing that Tommy actually needs JP for. And maybe this is a way of Tommy helping JP out, because JP don't want no handouts. So now he's pretty much bringing them in, and I really like the exchange between JP and Liliana. And it's really interesting to see if this going to be some type of maybe love thing between them two instead of Tommy and Liliana. But I think ain't JP like, well, maybe he both ways. I don't know. That honestly don't matter to me. I am enjoying this character, but I'm actually enjoying this whole thing with him and Liliana. And once again, this is showing you Tommy pretty much just building up his organization and getting all these different spots filled and bringing in these different missing pieces. The only thing is, between him and Liliana, everybody else ain't really been in that field like that. That's the thing as far as his organization. But like I said, it's really interesting to see how he does and goes moving forward with this. So bringing JP into the play, having him do what he's doing is definitely going to be interesting. Not only him, this whole thing with D-Mac, man, it's very interesting to see the exchange between D-Mac and Tommy in this episode, showing us D-Mac is like real smart, especially with numbers. But I think this is a play for D-Mac to try to get some type of in play to get closer to his father, being that he know Tommy has a relationship with his father, but Tommy and JP don't know anything about D-Mac at this moment. But I'm not going to give anything away. This episode does kind of start to reveal certain things and starts to bring a lot of things into play, and certain people actually come about as far as certain information. And now it's going to be interesting to see how they do moving forward, being that they don't try to being that they bringing people into the mix now. So is Tommy going to have to make a certain decision? I'm not going to say what it is, but Tommy does come across certain information, and it's going to be interesting to see how he does with this information that he does have. Back with JP, it's certain things that happen in this episode, and now are we going to get Kate being brought into the picture as far as JP and Tommy's mama? And I'm really interested to see that, man, because being the type of character Kate is, I did enjoy her character. Even if she hey man, it is what it is, but I enjoyed her character. So I'm very interested to see if they're going to bring that reunion into play as far as Tommy and having JP come into play, because something does happen in this episode that is like a play for Kate to be brought back into the picture. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. I'm definitely interested in seeing that. Man, this cop, man, I had to bring him up, man, because he's in the season, he's in the episode, but I just can't stand the acting with this shit. And I don't know what it was with the budget or what it was with Power as far as book 4 and Force, but it's like every cop that we come around in this show is like bad, one of the worst acting cops I done seen in the show. No disrespect to the actors playing these roles, and maybe it's the material they giving, but let me know in the comment section, am I wrong? These cops is trash, man, and I don't even really be wanting to bring them up because I don't know. I feel like this one cop, though, I feel like he's going to have some type of major play as far as moving forward, especially with Vic, but we actually get somewhat some backstory with him and get some understanding with him, which I still don't give a damn. It's just the exchange between him and this other cop, and it's almost like they trying to battle it out for the worst actor. Who can act the worst in this role? Who can act the worst in this scene right now? Let me know in the comment section. I could be wrong, man, but that shit just was throwing me off. Like, what is up with this, man? I ain't feeling this at all. Like, they ain't even really been feeling this individual anyway, as far as this cop, but still. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how Tommy plays this out, man, because it's a lot of things going into play, and Jannard is probably, maybe, I ain't going to say maybe, he's going to be a little bit of an obstacle because he still has a hard-on for Tommy, and being down that he has a little bit, seems like, I ain't going to say added muscle, but a little bit actually added help, being that he's trying to move this Dahlia stuff, and like, damn, how close is Gary to, Chicago? Maybe, yeah, y'all let me know. Yeah, it is pretty close. I think it is. Because Gary, Indiana is where I'm thinking they're talking about as far as the individual they're going to talk to as far as Freddie Gibbs. And if I'm not mistaken, Freddie Gibbs is from Indiana. But his character that he's playing as far as Freddie Gibbs, the whole thing between them and trying to move this product, and now Jannard pretty much trying to bring him into the play as far as maybe coming to Chicago, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how Tommy deals with them. And at this moment, Tommy don't even know they got this whole play even going on as far as Jannard and them having this whole beef. So interesting to see how they do with that. With all this being said, I'm enjoying the show. And I feel like this episode kind of helped because I'm telling you, man, I feel like it's certain things that just haven't got me hooked yet the way I be for the other spinoffs. Even with the acting in Power Book 2, I still be wanting to see that because it's got some interesting characters, especially with the last character they brung in there, Dante. What was the nigga name? The bald head. Anyway, Force, like I said, I'm enjoying the show. I just need it to grab me. I need something that's going to get me like, oh, shit, I can't wait for the next episode. I was looking forward to this, but it's like, I'm watching other shows right now that I was wanting to check out before I even watch this, but I know I wanted to jump in here and do my review. But anyway, man, y'all let me know in the comment section not only how y'all feel about this recent episode and how y'all feel Tommy is going to go moving forward as far as him trying to build this organization, but the obstacles that's trying to get in his way. Not only with Walter and his kids, being that he's working with Claudia, but Jannard and the fact that he actually has some type of relationship with Diamond and they don't have no issues but Jannard. So let me know in the comment section how y'all think Tommy is going to pull this off and keep it going. And also let me know in the comment section, how do y'all just feel about the show overall? Do y'all have the same symptoms that I have as far as just that grabbing you and making you more anxious for the next episode? Or do y'all feel like it just ain't got you there yet? Let me know in the comment section, man. Hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell to let you know when I upload new videos. This is the road to 500 subs. Shout out to everybody who's been taking the time just to check me out. I do appreciate it.
$1 million question.
My father will do everything he can to take this from me.
You gotta protect what's yours.
Whatever you're into,
I'm gonna crush it. You and Gloria gotta go.
I don't feel comfortable unless I know I went above and beyond with my preparation. The things that possibly could happen, if I ain't take real steps to prevent those things, I'm not comfortable. I can't walk around, charismatic and happy. Nah, I gotta make sure, we setting up some type of wealth, because